might be a couple guys on like maybe ESPN that have complete creative control, but it's really rare, especially at bigger networks. And our network's kind of small, so they allow for people to have to take chances. So when they said that, I was like, nice.
So like someone like Kenny Mayne, like you're saying, ESPN, it's like, is that
Kenny Mayne's awesome.
Is that an influence?
Yeah, well, I'm not as funny as Kenny Mayne, but I remember watching the main event back in the day, and I met Kenny Mayne once at a football game. Really, really nice dude, and he just had the funniest stuff. Like, and he had athletes saying the funniest things, and I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely an influence. Kenny Mayne. He's probably a guy with creative freedom. I'd say Chris Berman's probably a dude. I bet James Duthie at TSN probably has a lot of freedom because he's like he's like the main anchor of their hockey coverage, and that's a massive part of what TSN does.
It's got to be more about than like just having the ability, like, or having the permission to do it. Like, you have to have the ability to do it, right? Like, it's a pretty unique thing. I mean, I don't think anyone could just go up there like what you do with these athletes and be able to pull it off and make it look so smooth, man. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Stupidity again, is that right?
Yeah, mostly dude, yeah. Because I don't think. Yeah. And like, I'm kind of a large kid. And that's why a lot of kids like my show, because I'm not smarter than them.
Yeah. I mean, I remember channel surfing one day, and that show came up. I was like, I'm addicted to this guy right now.
Oh,
just watching.
Thank you.
You're not a big boy though, according to Poppy, Big Poppy.
No, yeah, well, I'm not as big as him. Yeah, but I'm
You're
big.
working up to it.
Well, I don't want to get that. I wish I was taller. I need to probably drop about 60 lbs, but that's a total other thing.
So, like, do you think that your interview style, it works with athletes? I've seen you interview a few non-athletes. Alyssa Milano comes to mind.
Right, nice. Great call.
And hey, that's
Rachel Hunter, you know.
Yes, let's just think about that.
Yeah, I'm taking it in.
Yes, but like, do you think it would work on, say, politicians?
Possibly.
You think so?
I mean, the ultimate goal, the ultimate interview would be Barack Obama. Would be like, because Barack is like he's like one of probably the biggest celebrity in the world. It would be amazing. It would be amazing. With politicians, you know what? I think because their jobs are so stressful, and there's so much red tape, and there's so much procedure, and maybe a varying degree of monotony in you know what the media asks them. It might work. You know, same with like the athletes. They get the same questions all the time.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
They get the same questions all the time. So I'm sure politicians are kind of the same way. So it might work. I mean, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind throwing a couple things at Barack or, you know, Arnold
Stephen
Schwarzenegger. I would. Stephen Harper for sure.
You think
because I don't think he smiles. I've never seen him smile. Have you seen him smile?
Like a real smile or just smile?
I think when Stefan Dion found out he lost, I think he was smiling.
Oh yeah, right. Fine. That one, yeah. That one
I guess the closest.
Yeah.
But I saw him get interviewed by, oh my God, Peter Mansbridge. Peter Mansbridge was it his ass. It was awesome. And then Stephen Harper would kind of do that, like in some of his responses, kind of do that sort of politician smile, but not a genuine smile. But I would like to try to make the dude laugh. We have an idea about playing street hockey, like in the Parliament building. But that hasn't happened yet, but it would be amazing to do that.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Or like in the House of Commons, like right down the middle. It's like, okay, we're gonna just clear out, move some chairs, you know, they have those benches and stuff.
Yeah.
We also like trying to like go for the puck like in the bench, jump on the benches and stuff. Fully get arrested though.
Which side would you want? Liberals, conservatives?
No, I don't know.
No, yeah, just get a team and that's it. Yeah, that's better.
Wild card.
So,
the Green Party.
That's a good idea, right? So, another interesting thing that happened in one of your segments.
Yes.
Jim LeBombard.
Yes.
He criticized you.
Yes.
By
That's okay.
mocking you.
Right.
And just telling you that it's easy. This stuff is easy.
Yes.
Zero
How you
tolerance.
saw that one?
I actually watched it when they even debuted it, and I watched it again a few other times. But yes,
You look very exciting.
I do, yes. But so like, do you think he's right in a way? Like, is it no talent? Or is it like what?
Very
makes
little
you do
talent.
it?
Very little.
Okay.
So Jim LeBombard is the PR director for the Toronto Raptors. So I've seen this dude hundreds of times, and I bug all the players, and he has this thing that like, because I am very touchy, he always says don't touch the players. He actually warned me before I go in don't touch the players. Don't touch the players.
You listen to him, right?
Yeah, obviously. So I do make an extra effort to like hug his. Now I hug him. And he's like, but he's
You
an
gotta get that on film.
Yeah, I know. I have a couple. He just cringes and he's just like, oh, like it's the most disgusting thing ever.
Yes.
But as to your question, does it take talent? I don't know.
So what are your thoughts on what he said then? Like in terms of.
Oh, I agree. I agree with him. It's not that hard. It's
Okay.
not that hard.
Well, another thing is, you did drink from the Stanley Cup.
I did,
And a week later, you did touch the Larry O'Brien Trophy,
Yeah.
the NBA championship.
I don't know how you know this stuff, man.
Like I said, I watch you.
Wow.
But
This guy scares me too.
No, it's all, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
But,
I appreciate it.
But like, can you tell us the feelings on that? Like, especially that you didn't play, like you said.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, it was so we did this this road to the Stanley Cup, and like so when we were discussing the idea, like because people see me a certain way on television, like I knew like I had to drink out of the Stanley Cup. By the end of it, like following this journey, I had to drink out of the Stanley Cup. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. There was no plan. It was just, we just had to make it happen. So we're in Detroit. Sorry, we're in Pittsburgh. Detroit wins, celebrating, people with their families, all that stuff. We're doing this show, doing like a 30-minute show. And I've been lucky because I covered Detroit in when they played in Colorado and when they played in Dallas and then in the Stanley Cup. So I had a lot of time with the dudes on the team, formulate relationships, and that's all what it's about, just formulating relationships. So by the end of it, I was hopeful that one of the guys would at least let me touch it or get close to it. So we got there, like towards the end of just the time that guys were celebrating. Chris Osgood, who's the goalie, and I had a pretty good relationship. And as I got closer, I'm like, dude, I want to drink out of the cup. He's like, oh, well, let's get the cup. Where's the cup? So he just kind of waved it. I mean, you know, he can do that. And then he's like, well, we got to get some champagne. Just grabs the thing, fills it up, and it was pretty crazy. Like, I'm thankful I didn't get like a bunch of cold sores and stuff because so many dudes have been all over the thing or whatever. Thankfully, I did. But it was cool because he just, you know, he stopped it, boom, poured it in, and then I was like, oh, a little bit higher, and I drank out of it. It was cool. This year we have something pretty cool planned, and hopefully, you know, I get lucky whereas I am able to develop the same kind of relationship with whoever the team is, whether it's Washington or Boston or San Jose. You know, I just try to get close to like the stars or whatever or whoever. Start with the stars so that moment can happen. Okay. And then the Larry O'Brien Trophy was totally by fluke. We're just in the Boston Celtics were celebrating, and all the stars had already left. Most of them had left, and I got a couple clips. And then the Larry O'Brien Trophy was just being passed around, and then it came to me. And sometimes you gotta, like in the movie Boiler Room, you gotta act as if. So I was like, oh yeah, let me get that. Who the hell am I? And I was like, yeah, let me get that. Boom, and it's heavy. So Dave and I were thinking, and we're just talking to the camera, and that's how we got to hold it.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No.
No, that's all.
I apologize for talking so long.
Okay,
You guys
well,
are very attentive.
Well, you have to do two things for us.
Yeah.
First of all,
we want a handshake
Yeah.
to start.
Oh, like our own, or just
Yeah, our own. Like
Hold
on, we need picture.
Our own. Okay. So we just invent one?
Yeah, like all of us right now.
Okay.
it's gonna be an explosion.
There's got to be an explosion.
That's our
An explosion.
Okay. How about? Okay. Let's go 3 this way,
Okay.
and then go 3 this way.